Hello, everybody. Gary Laubach and Mike Joseph. Thanks to Will Newsheidel for some of his help and background information this week. We are literally this week behind the mic. After Lafayette plays 3 away games, they finally are home, and it's a special kind of night. They will play a night game. The last time they've done that, 2018. And, Mike, I think there is a little bit something special, particularly here at Lafayette, when you turn the lights on.
It's a lot of fun. It really is. And this area is so respected when it comes to high school Friday night football. And it really turns out, and I think the community will get involved. This is a great opportunity for Lafayette. We haven't done this in a while. It's supposed to be a beautiful night. And we have an opponent coming in here that we have a little bit of revenge for.
Yeah, that will be the Lions of Columbia. They will come in. They are the defending Ivy League champion, and they have not said that for 63 years. They tied Dartmouth. They tied Harvard, all three teams with 5-2 records at the end of the season. That can't happen this year. They have extra incentive. They can go to the FCS playoffs, and that's got to really feel real good in your stomach as you start a season.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of Ivy League kids from the past that are like, why didn't we get a chance to go? Because there's been some dominant teams. I mean, obviously Harvard, Yale, had some great teams, Princeton, Dartmouth. All of these teams could have advanced in the FCS playoffs, and I think people are going to find out what Ivy League football is all about. You and I have seen it for a long time. These are really good football teams, and that was a special team last year for Columbia. A 7-3 overall record, and for a new coach, that was amazing.
Yeah, no question about it. The new head coach last year was John Poppy. Now in his second season, they were 7-3 last year, 5-2 in the Ivy League, and the Ivies actually now had to create criteria to determine who would go to the playoffs if it ended up tied again this season, much like it did last year. It was the first game ever at Columbia for Coach Poppy, and his team played like it last year against Lafayette as they beat us.
Yeah, they matched energy with Lafayette. Obviously, it was Lafayette's third or fourth game of the season. It'll be the same thing. Lafayette's got 3 games under their belt. But he, like I said, I think he inherited a very good team last year. They were excited to come down here and play. They had lost the year before at home. They had an opportunity here really to take Lafayette to task, and they did that. And they did it on both sides of the football. They ran the ball well. Chase Godwin was very good up on their field. He got hurt, and then they brought the other quarterback in, and he was just as effective. So when the first quarterback got hurt, he was 16 for 19, 180 yards. So Lafayette was getting torched a little bit in the secondary. They needed to do a better job. The Lafayette defense has to step up this week. If you look at both sides, giving up 30 points, scoring 30 points, not going to be good enough to beat a team like this.
No question about it, and Godwin is back in this ball game, but they have a lot of guys who are not back. They lost a bunch of people. 4 receivers are gone. 9 of their top 10 tacklers are gone. So this is a little bit of a rebuilding project. They don't have their outstanding running back, Joey Giorgio, who led them in rushing for 3 consecutive years, over 2,000 yards. He is no longer a part of the team as he graduated, but it will all kind of center around Goodwin. The running back this year will be Terry Malcolm II. He had 388 yards last year. But defensively, they're usually very, very tough. But again, they've lost a lot of people. But they do have Jack Michowski, who number 3 in tackles. Charlie Newton, outstanding. Also, he had 14 tackles against Harvard alone. So they're good on both sides of the ball.
They are. They're going to be well coached. And think about all the time they've had to prepare now, and all the film that they have on Lafayette is going to be a key as well. So again, they haven't. The negative, they haven't played a game, but the positive is all the film that they have. But their defense is stout. They're going to come to play. They always do. They always have good guys rushing the quarterback. Their linebackers can fly. They have good secondary skills back there. Lafayette's going to have to play a full game, which I don't think they've done yet, Gary. I mean, 60 minutes of football. That Lafayette has not put it together. They put it together for 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. End of the game last week obviously was great for them. But if they can put a full 60 minutes and play some complementary football on both sides, but again, they got to be ready for an offense with a quarterback that's going to be able to scramble and run. You be ready for a defense that's going to come after them offensively. Lafayette big plays. Time of possession is going to be key. Lafayette in the Patriot League right now at the bottom. Time of possession, not really where you want to be. They need to control the football game.
As a former coach that you were on the defensive side of the football, which is better, 3 games under your belt or no games under your belt? And we know how well Lafayette played on opening night. In some ways, defensively, probably their best game of the year. So which is better?
And the energy level was huge. So for me, I got to see film. As a defensive coach, I got to watch film. So if I have 3 games under my belt that I can watch and get an idea for formations, play tendency in the red zone, out of the red zone, those type of things. We'll talk about red zone this week and inside the huddle. It's going to be huge. I think Columbia obviously hasn't played a game, but I think they have an advantage from seeing it, practicing all. Remember, they might have started looking at Lafayette in July. So they've had maybe 2 months to really prepare and put piece by piece in. And again, they're coming off a win from Lafayette last year, so a lot to build on.
And Coach Poppy is one of those real emotional type guys. He'll have this team up and ready to play. All right, the Leopards come in. They're on a 2-game winning streak, and unbelievable effort out of Kente Edwards. Well over 200 yards rushing in the last ball game, 255. The last 2 games, he's rushed for 482 yards and 7 touchdowns. Oh, my.
Oh, my. I hope we say that a lot this weekend. I mean, if you see a gap, he's gone. You're not going to catch him. And you can see even some of the announcers on the other side, he's gone, they said. I mean, he's not even in the secondary yet. So he's been explosive. You've add Ethan Weber in there as well. You add a little bit of Jakiri Henley in there. And then you have Penza. We didn't see a lot of Penza. I want to see more of him. But I'm really excited for Kente. I'm excited about him leading the nation in scoring, up there in the nation in rushing as well. All he needs is a crack, but you got to create that, and we got to do that. Basha a little nicked up last week. Some of these guys up front. Reed Collins has to play a little bit better. But again, up front, we're doing the job. We're getting some movement, and that's all Kente needs.
And how about the stats of this one? 290 yards passing, 289 yards rushing. As a coach, I mean, that's like nirvana.
Yeah, it's balance. It's pure balance. And I think you get into a rhythm. Nobody's better at calling plays than TJ DiMuzio in rhythm, okay? Then when we get a question mark, are we back? Are we in? We still have to really negotiate that red zone. I'm not really fond of what we've done in there. We scored 6 touchdowns in there, but 2 of them have gone the other way for touchdowns. No field goals yet. So does this come down to Jack Simonetta? I mean, those are things we're going to have to deal with. So rhythm, balance has been there, and it's so great to see our quarterback, Dean DeNoble, get on the same page with Elijah Stewart.
No question about it, and our receivers have been outstanding, particularly Eli Stewart, Carson Persing. Together they are just great. 11 catches, 140 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Eli so far, and Mason Keener. So you have those 3 guys. It's made it kind of nice for Dean.
It really has. I mean, the RPO game is there. Do we develop a sprint out game, a play action game, maybe get him off his spot? I don't like to see him sitting in one spot. So maybe get Ethan Hosak. Ethan Hosak, more than capable of catching the ball out of the backfield. We have some young tight ends, I think, as well. So use the middle of the field more. It can't all just be slant and fade. Can't be that way. Get the ball out in the flat. I think you'll see some changes from DJ on Friday night, and it's going to be fun to watch under the lights.
And we certainly have had some good tackling. I mean, we've tackled well in every ball game so far. And again, you can't blame the defense sometimes for the high scores because a lot of that has been created by turnovers, not so much by the defense. Avery Jones and Kevin Dodard, another terrific ball game, 17 tackles together in this last game.
Yeah, Avery was phenomenal, and he was around the football. I mean, we should have had 5 interceptions. I mean, we touched the ball. I mean, these guys, as a former defensive back, there's nothing that burns you more than when you can't catch the football. Now, one of them playing with a club on, so I give him a little bit, but he was really upset even though he didn't. Dodard was terrific back there. Oliver did a better job. He's got to be a better tackler. Okay, so in the secondary, they're making strides. You can see the strides they've made from game 1 to game 2 to game 3, but they've got to the momentum's hurt them a little bit. The change of possession, the change of touchdowns, the field position, the turnover. Some of those things has hurt our defense. We need to build on those things. Got to be good against the run. Stop the run, make this team one-dimensional, take the football away.
Comes from a guy who had 21 interceptions while he was here. That is still a record here at Lafayette. Some of the concerns, obviously, 5 penalties, and they seem to come at really bad times in the ball game. The fair catch on the kickoff is something that you have a little bit of trouble understanding. Fair catches on kickoffs. We did it every time, and the one time we didn't do it, we got good yardage in the return.
We ended up with a return for a touchdown with a hold. And even some of the people on TV were saying, why aren't they returning the football? So, I mean, it's a split-second reaction. Is it hanging in the air? Do I fair catch it? Is it inside the 5? Is it in the end zone? The ones that go over your head are easy, the touchback type stuff. So you've got to watch film as a returner. You just can't expect it, do it in practice. You got to watch film. Where do they kick it? Directionally, how do they kick it? Make a split-second decision. So having young guys back there is great because of the energy, the speed, what you want to see them do. But at the same time, you got to have some guys back there that understand it, have done it before. I wouldn't mind seeing a Mason Keener back there, a guy that can make that decision a little bit. Kente Edwards, why not? Put him back there. I mean, so have some guys that have done it before. I think you'll get that better reaction the action, but Lafayette's got to be better on special teams.
You want to live dangerously putting those two guys back there. You can get hurt. You can get hurt returning those things. Lafayette alphabetically right now, first place in the Patriot League. They're 1-0. Lehigh is 1-0. The only Patriot League game this week is Fordham against Colgate, and Colgate has looked really good even in the losses that they have had. Last week, Colgate loses, Lehigh wins, Richmond loses, Bucknell wins, and Fordham loses. So it's kind of back and forth again as you play all these independent games, so no real surprises there. Holy Cross at Yale this week, Georgetown at Brown, VMI at Richmond, and Lehigh will take on Bucknell at Bucknell. That's another big Patriot League ball game. So things are starting to shape up, and it looks like it's going to be a real battle for a Patriot League championship.
This is the fun part. This is where everybody starts moving in different directions. And if you look at Holy Cross, they've lost 3 games by 7 total points. 7 total points. This is a defense that's showing up. I'm impressed with them. Same thing with Colgate. Even though you're playing Syracuse, they got put behind the 8 ball a little bit. Lehigh's playing well on both sides, although I thought Duquesne put up a pretty darn good fight in that game. Surprised Lehigh a little bit. It's always tough to go 6 hours to Pittsburgh and back. So this is going to shape up. And don't count Richmond out. They're at the bottom right now, but they only have 1 Patriot League loss to Lehigh. I mean, they're a strong team. They're a team that won the CAA last year, so they're not going anywhere. And Bucknell, anytime you play Bucknell at Bucknell, tough out.
And we're not going anywhere. We will have the next 4 ball games right here at home on ESPN Plus. Make sure you tune in. And remember, it's Friday night. It's 6 o'clock ball game. We'll be in the booth. Why don't you join us? This has been Behind the Mic.